Guys, welcome back to Southern Extreme TV. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my channel. We are going coyote hunting tonight, baby. We're going to hit some of our local honey holes because we can't really travel too far tonight. Guffey's got to get back kind of early, so we're going to stay close, hit as many spots as we can. We've got a front coming in 2 to 3 days, so we should be well enough in front of that weather that hopefully they want to run a little bit tonight. So it just got dark. It's about 7:30. It's been dark for probably an hour and a half. We're getting ready to load up in the truck. We're going to head over to the first property. We've only hunted this property one time this year. The landowner's been hearing them like crazy, so fingers crossed. Hopefully they're acting right, and hopefully we're shooting even better. So hit that subscribe button. Let's go have some fun, baby. Alrighty guys, spot numero uno. Keep them fingers crossed, see if we get it done. Alrighty guys, we are set up, ready to rock and roll. This is one of those spots where it's either you're all in or you're all out. So we're gonna see if we can get lucky right here and get a couple of them fired up. Yeah. You're on the one on the left. In the back. Shoot it first. Shoot yours. They're gone. They're gone. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Shoot. Yeah, I shot one out of the call. Gosh, that is on me. That is so stupid. Well guys, not a whole lot to say about that one other than I effed us hard right there. We howled a couple times, did several series of pair yips and solo howls, and never heard a coyote answer us back. And to be honest with you, I was off my scope looking at my call, and Guffey said, right there they are. Well, when I get back down on the scope, I finally get to them and see them. Well, they're just standing there on top of this knoll looking up the hill at us. And the moon's kind of bright tonight, and the landowner's porch light was actually on, and it was just lighting up the entire field. So I immediately start panicking because my call volume is set on like 38 because of howls. So I'm trying to get over to a vole squeak. So I turn on a vole squeak, and by the time I get a vole squeak on and then get back down on the scope, these guys are just absolutely coming in hard. They're committed. So Guffey's on the dog on the left, I'm on the dog on the right. Well, initially the dog that I was on was well behind the dog that Guffey was on. And in a perfect world, in a perfect situation, we're gonna try to shoot the dog that's in the back. And so we were trying to discuss that. Well, then that's when things just got kind of nuts. And one dog went behind a bush that Guffey was on. My dog went down into a dip. And the next thing you know, these dogs are just running completely away from us, like they got our wind. So then I start panicking and trying to get on pup distress. Well, so then I'm off my scope again. So I get on pup distress, and when I get back on the scope, there's a dog out there sideways, broadside. And I think in the video you hear me say, shoot him, Guff. And Guffey's trying to get zoomed in on this dog. And the whole time I'm thinking Guff's getting ready to pull the trigger. Well, then they commit, and here they come right back. And when they come back the second time, I knew that it was going to be very, very difficult to get them dogs to stop. Hindsight, we should have woofed at him a lot louder to get him to check up. But in the heat of the moment, the dog's in a slow trot, kind of coming at us. That's a shot in the moment I thought I could make. In hindsight, it was absolutely the dumbest thing that I could have possibly done. And then ultimately we wound up having to shoot at that dog running a couple times, and then that just never ends well for us trying to shoot a dog moving. But bottom line, Blake efforted us up pretty hard on that one. So, but the dogs are running. That's a positive note. Negative note is that should have been at a minimum 1 dog in the back of the truck, and if not 2. That should have been a very easy double if I would have just executed and done what I needed to do, but I didn't. So we're going to the next spot, guys, and hopefully hopefully I get my crap together on this next one and we can get it situated. Well, guys, we just pulled back up here at the house after a long night. Not really a long night of hunting, but a rough night of hunting. And I kind of wanted to recap a little bit about some of the do's and don'ts on this set. We're going to air this episode because this is a real-time channel. I just don't want to show you guys all of the positive things that happen. I want to show you guys the negative things that happen as well, because that's real-life hunting, and that's what I really want this channel to evolve around. Or revolve, not evolve. But, you know, on that set where we had those 2 dogs come in, we had 2 that basically come up on top of a knoll after some howls. We did 3 or 4 sets of howls, and essentially I got caught as a caller with my pants down, not ready for those coyotes to kind of make that push into the field to look to see what was going on. So you'll hear me in the video fiddling, trying to get a baby cottontail, a vole squeak, a rabbit distress, something like that to coax those coyotes on in. You'll hear me struggling, trying to get down, look on my call, keep the coyotes in frame on the camera, and that caused a little bit of a cluster to start with. Then, you know, just like we always do, Guffey's typically the dog on the dog, or whatever side we're sitting on. Guffey's on my right, he's on the dog on the right. If he's on the left, he's on the dog on the left. Guffey was on my left-hand side, which means my dog was on the right-hand side. Well, initially, you know, these dogs are coming straight at us. My dog is on the right-hand side, which is in the back. Well, some way in between the 100 yards that they were gaining on us, my dog became the lead dog. Well, when my dog became the lead dog, there was another dog that, well, not the other dog, but Guffey's dog turned around and did a 180 and started going away from us, which obviously is cause for concern, and you've got to do something different. So the dog, one dog, I don't know if it was the dog that I was on, a dog goes out and stops broadside out on a hill. That dog was in the back. In hindsight, I should have got on that dog. I had plenty of time, zoomed in, got on that dog broadside, pulled the trigger and shot. Instead, and at the same time, I should have been trying to get pup distress turned on, which I did. And once pup distress got turned on, those dogs turned and came back to us. And once the dogs started coming back to us, that's where it really kind of become a somewhat of a cluster. I should have got the dog to stop. However, the dog gained so much ground so quickly that, and I knew he was close to that Fox Pro X-Wave, that I thought it was going to be kind of tough to get him to come to a full stop, mainly because he had already came in one time, got boogered at something, turned around left, and now is coming back. So I elected to take a shot at the dog running, which running is a very loose term. This dog was in a very slow trot / walk. And I just made a bad shot at the end of the day. That's all there is to it. But there was things that could have been done better before that dog coming in right on top of the Fox Pro X-Wave that should have led to us killing at least one of those dogs, if not both of those dogs. So you live and you learn, but that's the things that I want to show on this channel is some of the things where coyote hunting is not perfect. Sometimes they don't just come in perfectly broadside and stand. Sometimes you have dogs that come in and act stupid and run back and forth. That's just part of it. That's why we love hunting, and that's why we love the ones that got away. You know, you lose a lot of sleep over those dogs, but that's pretty much it for today's video. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of walk through that tail end of it and just give you guys my 2 cents on what I thought was really going on, and what we could have done better, and to let you guys know that, you know, just because we shoot and miss doesn't mean that we're going to rule these videos out. We want to show you guys the ups and the downs on this channel as well, and this is one of the downs. We've had a lot more ups than we've had downs, which is fortunate, but if you do it long enough, you're going to shoot and miss a coyote. I can promise you that. So with that being said, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. It means the absolute world to me. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow this thing as big as we can. Every click gets me one step closer. See you guys next time.